will be solving a problem from CSS Battle. The main goal is to understand what CSS properties can we use to achieve this UI instead of aiming for the highest score. We will try to visualize what we need to create, and based on that we can try different approaches how we can get to this target. So let's try to understand what we need to create. So I'll just take you to this image. So this is the target, and if you will see closely, so we have in the center we have a circle which is more like a dot, and then we have outer circle, and then there is one more circle which you can see. If I'll try to draw the outline in Figma, you can see that there is one more circle, and then it is placed on top of a rectangle. So let's try to see like what HTML do we need, and then we will get into the styling part. So let's say I'll just start with the HTML. So we have a div, and let's give it a class of rect, and then inside this we just need one more div which is nothing, just a dot that we have. So let's try to do this. Now I think for HTML this is all we need. We will try to write some styling for this now. It's a style. So for my body, what I need to do is I just want to make sure that the dimension which are given for the target are exact match. So let's say width is 400 pixel and height is 300 pixel, and then we just want to make sure that we'll give it a background color of this. Yeah. So now what we need to do is we need to position this rectangle in the center of the body. So this is more like how would you center a div. So for this I'll just use the transform translate properties, this positioning for this. So let's say I have this rectangle, and in this I just want to make sure first give it a background so that it's visible as soon as I give it some height and width. So this is the background. So let's say width is somewhere around 300 pixel for this, and height is I think 150 pixel. So this is what I have. So as you can see, like it has some default margin from the body. Not that it matters for us because we are going to position this absolutely, but let's say we will, as a good practice, we will just give it a margin of 0. Now position absolute for this, and then we want to move it 50% from the top, and from the left also we want to move it 50%, and then we just want to center this by using transform translate property, and in this we can mention minus 50% and minus 50%. The reason we need to do this is because whenever you do top 50 and left 50, it always works from the center, not from the corner. So like it won't start placing it from this corner, but it will start placing it from the center. So we just offset this by 50%, which is this now. So this is the center, so we are just offsetting it to this particular point, which is the top left, and which is the top left corner. I hope that makes sense. So I think for rectangle this is what we need. Now let's start styling the dot that we have. So we have a position of okay, sorry, I think I should just start writing a class first. So we have a position of relative for this, and we will put a background of this color and give it a width of 50 pixel and height of 50 pixel. Yeah, so this is what we need. Now we need to center this as well. So we can again say top 50%, left 50%, and again transform translate minus 50%, So now again it's center. Now because it's a circle, just want to make sure that it has the correct height and everything. So yeah, so let's make it a circle by giving it a border radius of 50%. So now what we need to do is, so we are trying to use basically the border and the outline property for this. So all we need to do just to give it a border. So let's say the circle that I have here can be treated as the border. So let's say we have, okay, we have a border. I don't know why it's typing this slow. This border of 50 pixel, it's solid, and we can give it a same color. So it can be this color, and then it doesn't make any difference yet, and we can give it a outline as well, and this outline can have 50 pixel solid, and we can give it the same color that we have for our body, something like this. So now it looks that yeah, I think looks like we don't have anything else left. So let's try to submit this and see. So yeah, it's a 100% match. Let's say if I remove this border as well, and see, so outline is actually works that from where the border is ending, then outline will come. If you won't provide a border, it will come right on the edges of the shape. So we need to use border for this. It's not that even though it has the same color and everything, we should provide this so that it looks like a circle. Now after doing this, let's say what are the other ways to solve this? So there is one more way which is more like using more containers. So instead of using border and outline, we can also use more containers for it. So more containers will be like we can have two inner circles. So let's say one outer circle is there, one inner circle is there, and whatever we did with border and outline, we can try to do that using those divisions. So let's say we have a div, and just a second. Yeah. So let's say we have a div, and inside here we will give it a class of outer, so which can be referred as the outer circle, and there is one more div which is the inner div. So this will be the inner circle. So this one is the outer, sorry, this one is the outer, and this one is the inner, and this is the dot again. So what we can do, we can remove whatever we had for this. We can keep the rectangle as it is. Now all these three are supposed to be positioned in the center and will have different width and height. So let's try. So with this rectangle, what we can do, we can give it a property of a display flex if we want, but I'm going to position these absolute. So what I would do is I'll say outer and inner and the dot. So I just want to position them absolute. So let's say not display, actually position absolute. And before going, okay, yeah, we cannot give colors right now, we will give colors in individual classes. So just start with that. So let's say I have my outer circle, and this has to have a border radius of 50%, and this outer so this outer container should have a color. So let's say I have a background color which is this one, and let's try to give it some height and width. So because in this scenario I would have equal height and equal width for each of these containers, not that equal to each other, it's just that for outer container the width and height is going to be same. So what I can do, I can use a property called aspect ratio here so that I don't have to write the same thing in width and height, and I can do it one. So whatever width I'll provide here will be equal to the height also. So let's say I say 150 pixel here. I think this is small. Let's try 250. So yeah, this looks big. Okay, now let's try to put this in the center. So I'll say top 50%, left 50%, and transform, translate -50% and -50%. So after doing this, I think this is it's in the center now. So now for the other two divs, we don't need to do much. It's just that we'll do inner, and we just need to give the width and the background. So I can just copy this, and for this inner one, I think the background is going to be this one, and width is going to be 150 pixel, and nothing. Let me see what's happening. I think it's more related to Z index, might be. Okay, I think this is the problem. Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, so I thought it might be related to Z index, because when you position things, absolute, you need to take care of the Z index as well, but there was a typo. And then we have a dot. So for dot also, we just need a background color of whatever we have here, and yeah, I think then the width, I think it's 50. So whatever width I'm providing is actually the height also. So width is equals to height is equals to 150 pixel. So for this I have 50 pixel. Background is this. How come it's not showing? So okay, sorry for that. So now it should come. Okay. Now it should come. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is all done now. I think I don't see any difference. Let's try to see. I'll submit this, and yeah, I think this is again 100% match. I don't get a high score in this because the previous submission that I did had less words, which is very weird. That's how CSS Battles actually evaluates your score. Yeah, so I think for this, using multiple containers, you can also do this. Now there is one more approach using shadows, and you do that by using only one div. So let's try to explore that, but unfortunately I think for me it's not working properly. I tried checking the version of the Chrome that I have right now. So apparently box shadow is not drawing the perfect circle for me. But let's see. I don't know whether it's related to my browser or what it is, but I'll just show you what's happening in this one. Is that I'll create only one div, and using that div only I'll use one pseudo element, and I can draw shadows to create this effect. Sorry, but sort of target that we have. So let's say I'll give it a class of rectangle, and I'll have style tag, and let's say I have this body. Now in this body, what we'll have a background again. Background which is of this color. Okay, no, it's of this color, and just to make sure that it is fill and height is 300 pixel. Now yeah, and we will just remove the default margin that we have, and then we will start with the rectangle. Now we will try to center this using Flexbox, just to explore different types, like different ways to center a div. So let's say I'll have a display property of flex, and make sure that I'll have align items as center, and what else, justify content as center. But I think it will be fun if like you guys can see this in action. So let's say I have a class of rectangle. I'll give it a width of, I don't know, 300 pixel. I don't know what's happening today. So height of 150 pixel. Yeah, and a background color of this. Yeah, so now if I'll say align items center, then okay, so if I say justify content center, it will come in the center like this. And then if I'll say align item center, so it will center itself vertically as well. Because the direction is flex row, that's why align center is taking care of the vertical center, and justify content is horizontal. But if you will change the direction to column, then these will also change to horizontal and vertical respectively. Now let's say with height background, that is sorted for rectangle. Now what else do I need? All I need to do is I need to have one after element and or before element, any pseudo element I can pick, and I just need to place it in the center. So let's say I'll give it a position of relative, and I'll say rectangle, and let's say before element I'll take, and I'll say content, and display as block. What else? I need to give width of 50 pixel and height of 50 pixel, and as soon as I'll give it a background, I think you will be able to see it on the screen. Yeah, so it is here. Now let's give it a border radius to make it a circle. Border radius is 50%, and then let's place it in the middle. So position is absolute, and then I'll have a left of 50% and right of 50%, top of 50%, and I'll just say translate and transform, and I can offset this by minus 50%, like this. Okay, I think I was writing it correct. Translate. So yeah, so I have this transform and translate, and then I think I need to put shadows of this. So first shadow, there are going to be two shadows. So first shadow is going to have the same color, and the next shadow will have the same color as the background, I mean the body that we have. So let's try that. So when I do this box shadow and say I don't need XY, I don't need blur, but I do need spread. So to get spread, let's say 50 pixel. Yeah, so as you can see, like it's not drawing a proper circle for some reason. Let's say if I go to 150 pixel, so this is not a proper circle, which is very weird. Not sure it's related to CSS battles or what it is. So I'll just take my whole code, and I'll just go to Mozilla Firefox, and here if I paste this, I think it's working fine here, but for some reason it's not working fine in Chrome. Now I did try WebKit as well, but still I don't see it as a proper circle. So yeah, I think I'll do this here now. So in this box shadow, this is what I have. I'll keep it like this only for now. And for next shadow, I need 0 pixel in X, 0 pixel in Y, no blur, and 100 pixel will be this shadow. So I think this looks fine. Now I can replace this black shadow with the correct color. So yeah, so I think this is using a single div. Let's see. Now still here I don't see any difference. I'm not able to, like, if I do this comparison also, I don't see any difference. But somehow it's not giving me 100%, I guess. Yeah, so this is 98.2% match, but actually I don't see any difference. Maybe there might be something very specific to CSS Battle that I might not be aware of. But yeah, this is how you can draw this target using a single div, using box shadows, using pseudo elements and border and outline. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you.